Coming up, a look at the damage done to a local animal shelter after it was broken into. And the latest on a church explosion in Florida that sent 3 girls to the hospital. And how state authorities were able to finally stop a 12-year-old girl who stole her mother's car and ran over a deputy. The 16 WAPT News at 8 continues right now.
The one to watch. This is 16 WAPT News, live at 8.
This here is a live look outside on our Hilton County Line Sky Cam here at 8:30 this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Earl Arms here with Brooke Laser. And Brooke, you were talking about the hiccups earlier this morning. We had a viewer actually email us. Her name's Sandy. Miss Sandy, thank you so much for watching. She says get a clean paper towel, put it over your drink, whatever you're drinking, hold it tight, drink it, hiccups gone. Apparently it's that simple.
Okay, well, this is good to know. I'm so sorry for having had the hiccups during my first weather hit.
All right, thanks a lot, Brooke. The Diabetes Foundation of Mississippi is teaming up with 16 WAPT to take on diabetes. Fed Up with Diabetes is from 10 o'clock this morning until noon at Belk and Flowood. You'll get information about the disease, including what to eat, what not to eat, and how to manage your diabetes. This morning, another healthy crop drop is headed to Jackson State University. The Society of St. Andrew, Jackson State, and Healthy Mississippi are giving away 20,000 pounds of sweet potatoes. This here are pictures from a crop drop held in April. There are also free health screenings and cooking demonstrations. It's from 9 o'clock until noon in the parking lot of the Lee Williams Athletic and Assembly Center. It's the 3rd Saturday of the month, and that means free admission to the state's 2 new museums. The Mississippi Civil Rights Museum and the Museum of Mississippi History are open from 9 until 5. Cleanup is underway after burglars ransacked the Jackson Animal Shelter. The break-in happened Thursday night at ARF on Mays Street. The thief got in by throwing a flower pot through a window. Police say the suspect stole security cameras and medicine. They also left behind a big mess. The thieves left through a back garage door. No animals, though, were injured during this robbery. The Jackson City Council is awaiting a report on the possibility of a NASCAR racetrack coming to the capital city. Councilman Aaron Banks says the British company that conducted the feasibility study still has more work to do on a report. It says it would cost around $91 million to build a new racetrack in South Jackson. Banks says the racetrack would generate $12 million a year for the city. A Mississippi sheriff says a 12-year-old girl stole her mother's car and ran over a deputy. It happened Wednesday night at a mobile home park near Meridian. Deputies placed spike strips in the road several times to flatten the tires as the girl drove in loops around the mobile home park. She hit one deputy, fracturing his wrist. Another deputy fired shots at the car to stop the girl. The State Bureau of Investigation is handling the case. In our State of Addiction coverage, the investigation continues after dangerous fentanyl was found in a raid at a Metro vape shop. The Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics says the state crime lab detected fentanyl in a vial of spice seized from a branded convenience store on August 8th. Fentanyl was used in anesthesia, and forms of it sold on the street can be deadly. Officials say they'll continue testing the remaining samples they seized. Jury deliberations in the case of Paul Manafort are over for now and will go into next week. The judge revealing he's received threats and now fears for the safety of himself and jurors. ABC's Linda Lopez reports from New York. Although the trial is focused on Manafort's finances and not Russian interference in the 2016 election, it's the first major test of Mueller's investigation. Manafort faces up to 305 years in prison. Developing this morning, authorities in Florida are investigating what caused a church explosion. 3 girls were actually inside the building when it blew up. Miraculously, they survived. They had to be flown to a local hospital's burn center, though. Authorities said they had never seen anything like this in their community. Businesses and 3 homes nearby were evacuated as fire officials made sure there was no further danger. A dramatic rescue was caught on camera showing a police officer rescuing a 3-year-old girl from a hot car. ABC's Whit Johnson takes a look. That was Whit Johnson reporting. Experts say every year in the U.S., about 3 dozen children die in hot cars. 8:38 is the time now, and Brooke joins us with another check of our Saturday forecast. All right, thanks a lot, Brooke. Immigration controversy continues. Ahead, new numbers from the Trump administration after a judge ordered that all children taken at the border be reunited with their families. And severe weather sweeping across the metro last night. Ahead, the damage done in one Madison subdivision as crews work to restore power this morning. First, to a live look right outside of our studios. This is our South Jackson Sky Cam, where the time is 8:39. Much more news and weather coming up. Stick with us. You're watching 16 WAPT News, the one to watch. Welcome back. We're coming on 8:42 this morning, and it's been nearly a month since a federal judge ordered the government to have all children reunited with their families after getting separated from crossing the Mexican border. This week, we got new numbers from the Trump administration on where this effort stands. 16 WAPT's Matt Pritchard is in Washington with the update. Now, a federal judge is calling on the government and the ACLU to come up with a plan to address the rights of the parents and children to seek asylum. And coming up, a look at the first week of high school football in the Metro. We have more in our morning blitz. But first, a live look on the water as we take a look at the res this morning. 8:44 is the time. Stick with us. You're watching 16 WAPT News, the one to watch. Liking the temperatures, though, as low that they are. The 80s, I can deal with that, even with its little rain involved.
I know, this is certainly not too bad. We have to take what we can get. It's either scorching hot and dry or a little bit rainier and cooler, so not too bad.
I like the cooler weather.
With
Thanks a lot, Brooke.
Thanks, Earl.
Time for the Blitz. All right, thanks a lot, Brooke. Breaking this morning, one of the world's most celebrated diplomats has passed away. Kofi Annan, a symbol of the United Nations, has died at 80 years old. His foundation shared the news of his death this morning on Twitter. They say Annan died after suffering an unspecified illness. During his tenure, Annan presided over some of the worst failures and scandals at the world body, one of its most turbulent periods since its founding in 1945. Severe weather overnight caused rain, downed trees, and power outages in Madison. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams is in the Sandalwood subdivision with the details. Entergy is working to restore power to hundreds of people this morning. Statewide, they say nearly 1,700 customers are without power. The majority of those outages, more than 1,400, are in Hinds County. And those outages are thanks to scenes like this, downed power lines. A viewer just sent us this picture from Raymond Road and Hospital Drive. If you see any downed power lines, don't go near them and call police. Some people have a bit of cleaning up to do this morning. As you can see, the storm caused even more tree damage outside of this home. You can share your storm pictures with us on WAPT.com. Just go to the You Local section of our webpage. And remember, anytime severe weather hits, we want to help keep you informed, so be sure to download the WAPT mobile app for the latest weather alerts. And new overnight, authorities believe a lightning strike started a fire at City Hall. This happened in Saratoga Springs, New York. The fire chief says lightning struck the roof and started a fire in the attic. Crews removed walls and ceilings to reach the fire and put it out. More than 50 people were in the building when the lightning struck, but they all got out safely. And this morning, a literary lawn party is happening at the state capitol. The Mississippi Book Festival is free and open to the public. It's from 9 this morning until 5 today. Organizers say this festival is to promote literacy and writers. More than 160 authors will be at the book festival. The Diabetes Foundation of Mississippi is teaming up with 16 WAPT to take on diabetes. It's called Fed Up with Diabetes, and it's from 10 o'clock this morning until noon at Belk and Flowood. You'll get information about the disease, including what to eat, what not to eat, and how to manage your diabetes. This morning, another healthy crop drop is headed to Jackson State University. The Society of St. Andrew, Jackson State, and Healthy Mississippi are giving away 20,000 pounds of sweet potatoes. This here is video of a crop drop held in April. There are also free health screenings and cooking demonstrations. It's from 9 o'clock until noon in the parking lot of the Lee Williams Athletic and Assembly Center. It's the third Saturday of the month, and that means free admission to the state's two new museums. The Mississippi Civil Rights Museum and the Museum of Mississippi History are open from 9 until 5. And coming up this evening on the 16 WAPT News at 6, we're keeping an eye on the chance for severe weather right here in the metro. Also, more from today's Mississippi Book Festival, and we're learning more after a 12-year-old girl in Lauderdale County ran over a sheriff's deputy. The high-speed chase was caught on camera, and we're also hearing from the sheriff's office. But first, 8:58 is the time. Just a couple of minutes left. Brooke, take us home. All right, thanks a lot, Brooke. I'm glad to see those hiccups are gone.
Oh, I know it. Glad we were able to get that off of my to-do list for on-air experiences.
It's all good. Well, appreciate you, Brooke. Also appreciate you watching here at 8 o'clock. Be sure to log on to WAPT.com for the latest news and weather updates. Have a good morning. Make it a great day. We'll see you later.